You know, I was kind of the, you know, shy, weird girl, and then in secondary school, and then I was introduced to this and I was like, hey, this stuff is cool.
It's the only media that made me cry.
I suppose it's someone who's just looking for something different, completely different to what it's out there at the moment.
It's strange but good fun. To put it in simple terms, anime and manga are like Japanese versions of cartoons and comic books. So it's Japanese style animation and Japanese style comic books. And cosplay is a really big part of the anime and manga community. It stands for costume play. So it means you dress up in costumes of certain anime, certain manga characters and act as the character for the day.
Romance, comedy, action, sci-fi, fantasy, everything under the sun, you can pretty much find some form of anime.
If you're in the mood for kind of a comedy show with like cute little girls and things like that, and real cutesy romantic show, you can find that. But then if you're in the mood for, say, a horror or a drama or something like that, or something with lots of gore, there's always something in anime and manga that will fit into a genre you're into. No matter what you're into, it'll be out there somewhere. Even if it's really weird or really normal, it'll be covered in some way by anime and manga.
A lot of people just see anime as cartoons. I see it as more art, and I see it very engaging. I link lots of characters, identify lots of characters.
It's just another form of media, so it's just like watching a film, only animated.
Well, I got into when I was 17. I'm 28 now, and I did have a horrible sort of attitude towards this. Is very weird. Why am I liking this? Like, I had to stop looking at it. It's weird. But a lot of people into anime, my perception totally changed. Like, people are really lovely and just ordinary people, and just like, you know, they're not weird, they're just ordinary people into it.
The appeal of anime and cosplay for me is, I mean, I'm 26 now and I work a horrible job. I absolutely hate it. So cosplay and anime for me is a little form of escapism. I really look forward to upcoming conventions. I think, right, that's a weekend where I can just get away from everything, dress up as a schoolgirl zombie killer for a weekend and pretend my real job doesn't exist.
I'm about 5'3" and I'm a girl. I like to cosplay 6-foot men. I'm pretty shy most of the time. I could be sitting in a room with people and I'd be sitting there and I'd be so quiet. But if I'm in cosplay, I get to take on the character, and the character is very big, flamboyant. I will be big and flamboyant, and it gives me a chance to kind of get out of my box and get to meet people while not really being as afraid, because, you know, I'm being my character.
I've made loads of new friends through the cosplay scene, the convention scene. Some of my closest friends now, one of them, Melissa, I met her through cosplays, through conventions.
Okay, there's some people that would prefer to just kind of, you know, hang out in their room, watch anime and not interact. But then there's others who would be big into kind of going to conventions, meeting people who they had the same interests.
You go in, everyone's like gathers around you, takes photos of you. It's like being a celebrity for a day. Lots of colour, labyrinth costumes, people chatting away, and then you got your great events, the cosplay masquerade, which attracts a lot of people, and karaoke, and just a lovely social atmosphere at it.
When you tell people about it initially, they think it's really strange. When you say, oh, I watch Japanese cartoons and I read Japanese comic books,
people will find it weird just because you're watching it and it's Japanese.
Unfortunately, people in Ireland, they know Pokemon, they know the kids stuff on telly, they don't see it as an adult. It's for everybody, it's kind of thing for everyone, for all types, and people kind of be quick to judge it.
Cosplay is the weirdest when you say, oh, I cosplay, and they say, what's that? Oh, I dress up as cartoon characters, and you always get strange looks.
I've heard of stories where people might get like shouted verbal abuse for maybe cosplaying as they go to a con.
I mean, any hobby you have, there's going to be negative reaction. Myself and a couple of my friends there a while ago were on national television doing an interview about cosplay, and of course we got backlash online, you know, people saying, oh, they don't look like the character, their costume's awful, their makeup is horrible, they look ridiculous.
Are Amy King, Fiona O'Reilly and Melissa O'Brien, who are in their costumes. Yes,
a lot of people get afraid to do it because they're afraid they're going to be knocked, or I get a lot of girls even saying I'm not pretty enough to cosplay, or I don't have the I don't have the money to make a proper costume. I'm going to do a cosplay I want to do really well. I don't want to throw something together.
Going to be the same in any fandom, any hobby you're into. There's always going to be negative people trying to take you down, and I'm confident enough at this stage where I can let it go over my head, but there's other people out there that might not be so confident. So in a way it's horrible, but the negative side in Ireland is mainly just online.
It's been a journey to me. I went through many hardships through cosplay and anime. I went through a lot of hardships and, you know, negativity through it, criticised through it, and I just said it made me a stronger person.
I do have non-anime friends, and it's so weird. When I started putting up cosplay pictures on Facebook, and I have my friends and work coming up to me going, Fee, I saw this picture of you online and you have like this pink wig on and this weird uniform. What is that? And you kind of ready yourself for the questions, you know when it's going to happen. But once you explain to them, they seem to be okay. Like all my non-anime friends know I cosplay, and they're very accepting of it. I mean, everyone has their hobbies. They don't think there's, well, initially they thought it was a bit weird, but now that they understand why I do it and that it's not just me and like loads of young people, it's all adults that do it as well, they're accepting of it.
One of the girls I know, I've known her since I was in primary school. She thinks it's a bit strange, but she's like, you're passionate about it. I'm not going to say anything bad against it. I mean, you go off, have your fun, you dress up as your character. We're not going to say much about it.
I guess when you get time to explain to them that it's not just for kids, that's, I think, people's initial impression when they hear cartoons or dressing up. They think, oh, that's a childish thing. But when you take the time to explain to them, no, it's geared towards adults as well, and there's people of all ages in the fandom, then I think they understand it a little bit better.
In all fairness, it's not as strange as people portray. I mean, when you think about it, people who go playing sports and stuff like that, they dress up in jerseys and stuff to support their teams, and then we kind of go and dress up as our favourite characters to, in a sense, support our characters. Of course, you know, the sports people would probably think, oh, that's weird, why are you doing that? And we're like, well, why are you running around wearing your jerseys now? I mean, I don't think it's as strange as most people think.
The anime, manga and cosplay community, I find it's very welcoming. The scene tends to attract a lot of kind of introverted, maybe a little bit socially awkward people, but it's a good outlet for them to be welcomed into and to make new friends and to interact with other people. I mean, I witness myself at conventions, you'll see people that might be kind of going around in groups of one or two, and you'll see them later on in the day and they'll have been integrated with a different group.
There's a community there involved, so you can talk about it. Like we have the sort of, you know, the Facebook groups, so you can just talk about what episodes you're watching at the moment.
We went from, like, you know, scattered fans to a tight-knit community.
It makes people more open and more confident in themselves. It's a really nice way to get to know yourself better, really. It's really broadened my horizons. I've met so many nice people through it. I've learned so many new things. It's opened new pages for me that I really enjoyed, and it's a new side of my life that I really got into.
It's been a huge journey to me, the cosplaying and the anime, from cons to, you know, to Cosplay Ireland now, and had a massive impact on my career choice. I want to go into event management, and this might seem really naive, I'm going to say it anyway, my biggest dream would be to, like, you know, go into event management in cosplaying and anime events internationally if I could. I know it's niche, but I'm going to work hardest to get there, and I believe anything is possible with your mind to it.
Because of just the whole anime and cosplay scene itself, I've been able to kind of grow into myself a lot more and not be as afraid to take on new challenges in life. I don't think I would have ever been thinking that to myself if I'd not gotten into this scene. I think I was like, no, I clearly have to be happy in this because I made this choice. Now I'm just kind of like, we'll take it as it comes.
Like, I'd done the Music Society, I'd done drama in the past, and cosplay was that one that really, you know, appealed to me the most. I felt it really belonged, and anime is the same. It's something I don't think I'll ever leave. I just love it so much.